These 5 shocking true crime cases reveal betrayal.
Their first official report, though, indicated Ellie had died of a drug overdose, even though forensic analysis found no evidence of drugs in her system.
Tragedy and dark secrets behind close friendships.
And every parent's nightmare. In November 2016, 20-year-old Ellie Warren was on a diving and volunteering trip to Mozambique.
From sudden violence to mysterious disappearances.
And Australian investigators were never invited in to help.
The chilling stories will leave you questioning who you can really trust.
Even though Ellie was Australian, her death could only be investigated by Mozambique police.
Don't miss a moment. Watch now before these secrets slip away forever. Liam Gray case. Liam Peters, known as Liam Gray, was an 18-year-old boy from Medfield, England. He was born in 2001 to Joanne and Tony Peters and had 2 sisters and a younger brother. Liam was a happy and friendly young man who loved to make people laugh. He had a kind heart and was known for being easygoing and including everyone. Liam loved singing and often surprised his family by singing songs from the Backstreet Boys. In his teenage years, Liam met Sean, and the two quickly became very close. Despite their young age, they were truly in love. After some time, Liam found out he was going to be a father. While many teens might be scared by this news, Liam was excited and ready to take responsibility. He wanted to be a good father to his baby. When Sean gave birth to their daughter Isa Page in July 2019, Liam was overjoyed and hopeful for the future. However, Liam was having a hard time at school and decided to move in with his grandfather, John, called Pops, to start fresh. Living with Pops made Liam happier, and he grew closer to his best friend, Reese, who was like a brother to him. Reese and Liam had known each other all their lives, and Reese even called Pops his own grandfather. Liam also met a boy named Jonathan Treadgold through Reese. Jonathan had a troubled past filled with violence and bad choices. Liam wanted to help Jonathan and be a good friend to him, but unfortunately, this friendship ended in tragedy on August 1, 2019, when Jonathan attacked Liam, leading to Liam's death. This shocking event left Liam's family devastated and changed their lives forever. Ellie Warren case. Ellie Warren was a bright and lively 20-year-old from Melbourne, Australia, who dreamed of becoming a marine biologist. In 2016, she traveled to Tofo Beach, Mozambique, to work with a group called Underwater Africa. Ellie loved the ocean and was excited to explore marine life. During her 6-week stay, she stayed at a bungalow near the beach and was very happy with her new experiences. Sadly, Ellie's time in Mozambique ended in tragedy. On November 9, 2016, Ellie's lifeless body was found near the beach. The local police quickly labeled her death as an accident, even though there were signs that something was wrong. Her parents, Nicole and Paul, were heartbroken and frustrated by the slow and careless investigation. The police seemed uninterested in finding the truth, and it felt like they wanted to protect the area's tourism reputation rather than solve the crime. Paul decided to take matters into his own hands. He traveled to Mozambique and began searching for answers himself. He discovered more in a single day than the police did in months. Paul learned that a violent local gang might have been involved in Ellie's death. He found out that Ellie's body had been moved after the attack, suggesting a cover-up. The police were accused of hiding evidence and not taking the case seriously. Despite all the obstacles, Paul never gave up. He pushed for international help, and after years, Australian federal police joined the investigation. Ellie's family continues to seek justice and closure. Her story highlights the challenges victims face when local authorities fail to act, and the courage it takes for families to fight for the truth. Key Bunker case. Key Bunker was a kind and caring 20-year-old woman from Sutton Coldfield, England. She was known for her generous nature and dreams of becoming a school teacher. On September 19, 2019, after attending a concert with her friends, Key planned to go home safely with her childhood friend Wesley Street walking beside her. But tragically, she never made it home. After a night of fun, Key left her friend Monique's house with Wesley around 4 a.m., trusting him to keep her safe. However, Wesley later claimed he left Key near his home and thought she walked the rest of the way alone. When Key didn't show up for a job interview later that day, her family and friends grew worried and soon reported her missing. That evening, Key's body was found in a small pond at Wigington Park. The autopsy revealed horrific details. Key had been strangled, disrobed, and showed signs of violent assault. The police quickly focused on Wesley, who acted suspiciously and gave changing stories about the night. DNA evidence connected him to Key, proving they had been together. but he claimed her death was accidental during consensual activity. Wesley's story did not hold up under investigation. Evidence showed Key fought to survive, and multiple women came forward with stories of Wesley's abusive and violent behavior. In July 2020, after a long trial, Wesley was found guilty of murder and other charges related to abusing young women. Key's case is a heartbreaking example of betrayal, showing how someone trusted can cause the worst harm. Her family continues to mourn her loss and seek justice for what she endured. Amy Billig case. Amy Billig was a 17-year-old girl from Oyster Bay, New York, full of life and dreams. In 1974, she disappeared without a trace after leaving her home to meet friends for lunch. Amy loved music, animals, and writing poetry. Her family and community were devastated when she vanished. Initial leads suggested Amy was kidnapped by a biker gang, but no solid evidence was found. Years later, Amy's mother Susan received strange, haunting phone calls from a man named Henry Johnson Blair, who tormented her for over 20 years. Although Henry was arrested for harassment, Amy's case remained unsolved. Amy's diary mentioned plans with a man named Hank to go to South America, and curious clues linked Henry, whose nickname was Hank, to the case. Despite many efforts, Amy's fate is still unknown, and her family never found closure. Amy's story is a painful reminder of the unknown tragedies many families endure when a loved one disappears. Mackenzie Cowell case. Mackenzie Nicole Cowell was a 17-year-old girl from Wenatchee, Washington, with big dreams of becoming a beautician. She was a happy, driven student who loved dancing and was part of her school's dance team. In February 2010, Mackenzie was taking classes at the Academy of Hair Design and had a plan for her future in the beauty industry. On February 9, 2010, Mackenzie left the academy for a short break but never returned. Her friends thought she might be running late since she often spent evenings with her dad. However, as hours passed with no sign of her, her family grew worried. Soon, Mackenzie was reported missing. 4 days later, Mackenzie's abandoned red car was found near her home. Inside, her handbag was there, but her phone and keys were missing. The search intensified, and sadly, her body was found near the Columbia River. The autopsy showed she died from strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head. A serrated knife was found in her shoulder, and signs showed a brutal attack. The police started a large investigation. Early suspects, including Mackenzie's boyfriend and stepfather, were cleared. Then a police informant named Theo Keyes pointed to Christopher Scott Wilson, a 29-year-old man from Mackenzie's school. Wilson had a dark interest in serial killers and had a tattoo of Hannibal Lecter. DNA from Wilson matched evidence found on Mackenzie's body and at the crime scene. Wilson was arrested and charged with murder. His ex-girlfriend, Tessa Sheeman, was also arrested for helping him hide evidence but later released due to lack of proof. Wilson denied guilt but accepted a plea deal for manslaughter and served time in prison. He was released in December 2023. Mackenzie's case is tragic and confusing. Her family still mourns the loss of a bright young woman with a promising future. Though Wilson was caught, many feel justice is not complete because the true motive remains unclear, and Wilson's sentence was seen by some as too light. If you want more gripping true crime stories, hit that subscribe button. It's free and keeps you updated. Which case shocked you the most? And do you believe justice was truly served? Share your thoughts below. Don't miss our next video, The Boy Across the Street full episode.